American Drag Seats, home of the air ride system for motorcycle seats and practically anything you can sit on. They also do all types of custom foam work, custom stitch work, and full-blown interior work on vehicles. American Drag Seats. You can reach us at americandragseats.com. Find us on Facebook at American Drag Seats /Attitude Inc. Or you can reach out to me. Tonight's show is also brought to you by J&D Custom Polishing and Plating. Mr. Gary Dubois, great sponsor of the show. It is his second year sponsoring the show, so if there's a testament for money well spent, contact Gary Dubois. He will let you know what's up. And last but not least is Lonnie Rebels with Squealing Pigs Audio here in Baytown, Texas. You can check them out on Facebook at Squealing Pigs Audio. You can reach out to Lonnie Rebels on Facebook itself. Those guys do some good builds, and they specialize in extremely badass stereo works for motorcycles. Anyway, let's jump off into this. Boom. The Grind, the National Biker Build-Off. It is upon us. People are in the midst of it. People have already started submitting videos. The deadline date to enter this show is going to be March 1st. If I do not have your money by midnight at March 1st or on March 1st, you cannot be in the show. The good thing about this bike build-off, you don't show anybody. You submit videos to me. We are making a documentary of this. It's $2,500 per bike, not per shop. It's $2,500 per bike to enter the show. It is a 11-month build, started January 1st or whenever you feel like jumping in before March 1st. But it's going to be a monster show. I'm telling you what, man, we are doing everything in our power to make this one a badass show. What is up, everybody? Let me say hi to everybody. What is up, Mr. Aaron Crispin? Uncle Bruno's in the house. Mr. Dan Zubian, Joshua Brooks, Pedro Vargas Galfano is in the house. Mr. Logan Black's in the house. Miss Nancy Weems in the house. Jason Wheelis is in the house. Alex Toth, Kelby Musselman, Winton Waller, Marsha Fitzpatrick. Thanks for everybody watching. If you got 2 seconds, man, hit the share button right now. We're up over 50 people watching. That should be 50 equal shares. So let me go on and do this real quick while I am sitting here. I want to send this over to my good buddy. Paste, send, done. So there are some really cool things. Like I said, we picked up our 3 sponsors. We have 3 so far. I know that there are more sponsors coming. Get ready. We are looking for those big sponsors to be the executive producers for the documentary. Now, I'm going to have to take 2 seconds of the show, and I'm going to do it real quick, real easy. Let's just get this going. If you take your cell phone, hit your camera, then you're going to slide over and hit your video. If I can hit it, I can't do this backwards. Anyway, hit the video. If you look up in this corner right here, you're going to see that little phone. What you're going to do is hit that, and you're going to go into your recording settings. It'll show up in 2 seconds. There you go. Okay. What you need this thing to be is set right here. Your front or your rear video has got to be at 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second. Okay. Your back video, well, your front and your back video have to do that. Take the time and get everything good on here. You have to have high quality videos. 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second. Get it up there. Set that. When you go to do your video, you can do it on the front screen, which they consider this is the back, or you can do it on the front screen so you can hold it. But when you video, start your video and do it sideways like this. This is wide frame. This is what fits the format of a television. So remember that. Set up your settings at 1920, 1080, 30 frames per second. Be sure to turn your phone sideways. Make your videos from 1 minute to 3 minutes long, no longer than 5, because we will have to shorten the videos if you do that. We need an introduction video of you saying who you are, what your shop is, what class you're going to be in. You don't have to say what you're building, but you do have to say what class you're going to be in. Submit that video to me via WhatsApp. I will hook you up with the guy that is doing the video. You will be sending all your videos to him. Now, once you do that, we are going to be adding the videos in sequence. So if you start off on March 1st, we're going to get your first video March 1st. You must send us a video of the entire build of your bike if you want to be in the documentary. Show us some personal life. We want to see you riding your bikes. We want to see you interacting with your family. We want to know that this is all family-based, business-based, and show a lot of the industry and why you're in it also. So $2,500 per bike, not per shop. So you can do multiple builds in one shop. 1920 by 1080 DP, 30 frames per second. Turn your phone sideways. Install WhatsApp. Get up with me on WhatsApp, and I will direct you where to send your videos. At that point in time, we're going to make a hell of a documentary. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and I do have a guest tonight. So everybody, please say hello to Mr. Jason. 3, 2, 1. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
I'm living the dream, baby. I'm above ground.
Every day on your feet and breathing is a good day.
Amen. So, man, you told me you got some cool news to tell me, and you wanted to tell everybody here watching tonight. So what's the good news? What's the story?
I didn't want to take up too much time because obviously you were gracious enough to give me, most of the show last week. But there have been some developments between then and now. Mr. Roby and I have discussed for months and months and months about getting Urban Rides magazine into print. So it looks like we are going to cross that threshold. So what we decided to do was, since we had in December, it was the best of 2020, we figured what better way to throw in our first special print edition than something that contains all the cover and the feature bikes and some of the best articles that we had, since the magazine started. So what we're doing is we're going to have a special print edition. It's going to be a little bit modified. So if you're already a subscriber and you've already, read through the 2020 best of, it's going to be a little bit different, not a lot different, but we have a lot of, awesome advertisers that have come on board. It's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be awesome to actually hold it in your hands. And this is going to be a precursor to what we have going on in 2021. Depending on what the demand is, we're looking at least doing a quarterly. We might do a monthly. I mean, right now the feedback's been really, really good. I mean, the advertiser base is just blown up. And I'll throw it out there too, that if you have a shop and you're watching this and you want to get in on it, or you're producing a product or a part or anything that relates to the industry and you want to get in on it, shoot me an email to jason@urbanridesmagazine.com, because we have, it's filling up. We have a couple full page ads still left, and that will get you in the print edition. So I just wanted to make that announcement because all throughout Daytona, we'll be distributing these magazines. We'll have them available. And I also have to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers, all of our advertisers, everybody that helps us along the way. I mean, it's not just, me and Roby that are doing it. It's all the support we get from the Coomer family and from Eric Tamel on social media. And there are so many people that's got us to where we are right now. And we are extremely appreciative in this industry that we've received the support that we have. I mean, if we can go into print, that's what everybody's been wanting. That's a big step for us. So thank you to everybody. So,
yeah. So Pedro wants to know, will we be able to order one copy at a time, or is it a subscription for the year?
For right now, it's going to be you'll order a magazine on a case to, 1-by-1 basis. Depending on what we decide to do down the road, if we end up doing a monthly or a quarterly, that's something Dan and I have to talk about. Do we want to move into a subscription base? What's that going to cost? We have to run, a few thousand copies first and see where we end up. It is possible we end up on a subscription basis. But regardless, if you're not in Daytona, you're not at one of the shows, and you can't pick up a copy, we are going to have them for sale on our website. So if you want to pick up the special edition and you're not around us or you can't hook up with us, then go to urbanridesmagazine.com. You'll be able to click, order it, and we'll ship it straight to you.
Okay, so I'm going to put this out there right this exact second because Roby's watching. I want an autographed copy from you and Roby of the very first one, and I'm not even kidding. I really do. Y'all, this is y'all's brainchild. Y'all, Tony and Daniel started this 2 years ago. It's working, and this is the very first print copy. So I'm telling you right now, Roby can hear me. I want an autographed copy from the two of y'all and send it to me.
I'll leave it up to Roby because this is
leave it up to him. I'm telling you,
he wants to give up that first copy, man.
I do. I'm telling you, I want an autographed first copy. It doesn't have to be the first one off the press. Just this is the first paper, tangible magazine you're doing. Just give me a copy of it and autograph it. I'm going to seal it, vacuum seal it, put it up because I know this magazine's going to be here for a long time. And think about this. If you had the very first issue of print from Easy Rider, you know what that magazine would be worth?
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm jumping in on an investment. I want 14 years from now, somebody offered me $100 million for a magazine. Hell yeah, I got to retire.
I'm hoping that it goes that way. Believe me, I didn't anticipate things were going to, happen the way they did to get to where we're at. And that's why I always say I'm extremely appreciative that I'm just a part of it, and it's not just me. It's not Roby. It's everybody that supports us. So everybody else is the reason we're doing what we're doing. I'm just trying to steer the ship and make sure that we don't hit anything.
Right on. See, Pedro wants an autographed copy too. I bet you a lot of people are going to want that first issue autographed because it's a milestone in any company to have the first.
Yeah, and honestly, it's cool that we're doing this, from the best of, because the more I look back and I see what's happened over the last, it's been a little over a year. Don't get me wrong. Urban Rides has been around for about a year and a half, but it's amazing. I didn't think things would just be this successful. And again, that's why I'm so appreciative. And I put a post on Facebook and said that I'm humbled. I am humbled, man. I look at I made a picture with all the covers, and I just look back and I'm like, damn, the fact that I could just be a part of it, awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, thank all of you. Thank everybody that's got us to this point. And it is a milestone. It's definitely a milestone. So I just want that good news here first. Here you go. Everybody knows it now. So,
well, you've already got 4 or 5 people that want that first issue autographed. I think you ought to do that to all of them. I'm telling you, man, I'm on to something here. And I'm usually never right, but I'm just saying, I want mine. I want mine autographed. So,
well, hopefully it's the first of many. That's and don't get me wrong, Roby's been the one Danny's been pushing for a while. That we got to go print. We got to go print. I'm a little more conservative, and I've said it multiple times, but I know Dan's watching us right now. So Dan, you were right. I'm saying this in public. I was wrong. More people want print. I'm a little bit more the tech guy. I like, everything on a screen. Dan, Dan's the hardcore magazine, old school guy. And he was absolutely correct because the response we've got so far has been absolutely overwhelming. And it's awesome. I'm glad to be wrong on this. I'm 100% glad to be wrong on this. So,
well, I'll tell you what, man, it's such a cool thing to see things from the beginning on. Yeah. Knowing, I saw that. I know those guys. I know what they did before that, and you got to think about most of these magazines, except for your hardcore chopper magazines, they've gone away, so
yeah.
Was it Easy Rider went away?
I think it came back, but it's like a special. I think they do it quarterly, and it's not back in the roots of motor. Like it's a real trendy type magazine now, from what I've seen. Because I did mention to some, I threw it out there something like we're the last, one of the last motorcycle magazines in the custom market. Somebody was like, yeah, what about this and this? And I looked up, I was like, oh, let me see what's this and this is just not. It's nothing like we remember 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. It's different.
Well, the industry's growing again. I want everybody to say hello to Pistol Pete from Pistol Pete's. His name is not Pistol Pete. It's Peter Nowacki.
And just so you know, just a little teaser, Pistol Pete's going to have one sick bike in a very near to the future Urban Rides magazine. Pistol Pete makes some really, really cool stuff at his shop.
Hey, I saw the guys in Sturgis. What do you mean? Yeah, they build some cool bikes, but I think if they really wanted to build badass bikes, they should probably enter this national build off. I'm just saying. I mean, if
just throwing it out there,
to be watching,
throwing it out there.
I'd like to see some of their bikes in person. No, honestly, I'll tell you guys what they cleaned up in Sturgis, and I was like, holy shit! I don't even know who these people are at this point in time, and they're trophy after trophy after trophy after trophy. I was like, holy shit, who are these guys? So I'm glad I got to talk to Peter the other day. We had about a 30-45 minute conversation. Great guy, good people over there. And yes, I'm doing as much as I can to court him and the team to get into the 2021 national build off. I mean, I want some big guys. And right now, no big team, no big shop yet has signed up to do this. But there are shops that have signed up to do it. I just can't tell you what shops they are. I'm really excited.
Kev, these guys that aren't big shops,
well,
maybe this is what gets them to be the big shop.
Well, that's what I was about to say, is that I know there's 3 builders right now that I know they've said they're going to be in it. I don't have their money yet, but they said they're going to be in it. And I promise you, these 3 small, independent little guys are going to make huge waves once they release these bikes they're building.
That's awesome.
Just because I've seen 1 or 2 that they built out of their garages before, and I'm just like, holy shit! If you ever got some money behind you, you would literally be dangerous.
Hey, dude, this is how many great shops start like that. You got to
all of them do, I think, unless they've got a backer.
Yeah,
there's a couple shops out there that are big name shops that I know for a fact didn't pay any dues. They just jumped in because they got a big backer, which I'm not opposed to that either. That means they did enough good work out of their garage that somebody's here like, let me give you some money, because they knew what they were capable of. But there are some shops out there that didn't struggle and build from that small 2-car garage into a small 3-bay shop into a big, there's a couple of them out there, but everybody I'm referring to actually earned what I'm saying. They just got it kind of handed to them right at one time.
Well, dude, it comes down to the work. You know what I mean? Some people have to pay the dues and grind it out. And believe me, I've been in the industry long enough to see a couple guys that were kind of on my level, at least in the audio game, that jumped ahead. And some of them jumped ahead because they had money behind them. Meanwhile, I built my shop on, I don't want to owe any money to anybody for anything. So if everything just stopped tomorrow, there'd be no debt, and I always like that. I think that's just the broke guy mentality, coming up, with not having any money whenever I was a kid. So,
yeah. Well, one of the little guys I'm talking about is this cat right here. He's late to the show every week, but I'm telling you, D Herrera, you guys watch what he builds. He is one of the people that's in the build off, and I'm telling you, I was so impressed with that guy. I met him in person in Sturgis, and I'll tell you, the bikes, he's just so clean, man. It's amazing that his shit's so clean. But anyway, on to other stuff right now. My wife is hot. Keep posting my comments. My wife is hot. Yeah, see, this is another shop I would love to see get involved in it, but I know they can't because I mean he's too busy building shops everywhere. He's like, I ain't got no time to build no goddamn bike. I got shops to build. So,
That lucky 7 takeover.
oh shit. I was actually gonna mess around. What's up, Ray? I was gonna mess around and make a post literally yesterday. Well, Louis Bailey made me an offer I couldn't refuse. There is no more American drag seats. Now it's Lucky 7 custom seats.
Hey, Louie, I'm just throwing it out there. If you want, if you want a lucky 77 in Pittsburgh, holla at your boy. That's all I'm saying.
No shit, right? But yeah, but anyway, so well, cool. Well, you got that going. I would like to actually, you know what? You heard Louis was about to take over Houston. Well, I've been hearing that rumor for a year, and I'm patiently waiting. I would be able to get some damn swag if you live closer. I wouldn't have to wait till every time I go to Dallas and then get too drunk to remember to buy the swag. Yes, it's a real thing. You know, it's a real thing. Holy moly! So, what else you got going on?
Dude, really, that was my big thing was the announcement with the print issue. I just want to make sure everybody was aware because, we've kind of let it out there a little bit, but it's fresh news. I mean, this is as of days ago, so, Dan and I have been in scramble mode trying to find, we're shopping a couple different printers and, it went from, do we print 500 copies and 1,000 copies? And now it's like, we're looking at it like, how many thousands of copies are we going to need at this point? So, that was the big news. So I appreciate you giving me a format to jump on and let everybody know. So,
yeah, well, I appreciate you. And like I said, man, you're part of the family. So anytime you got something to say, just get on here, man. Just let me know and we'll bring you on.
all right, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. I'm sure we'll be dropping some more news as we go. And we will, of course, use the Grind to be one of our, media partners to drop that news straight to you.
Do me a favor, send me the urban logo so that I can actually have it up.
Okay.
So I can ping because I don't have it. I looked through my files and I just don't have it. I need to get it.
I will get that over to you before I jump off of the laptop after the show.
Just message it, send it in Messenger. I'll get it.
You got it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Go have a great night, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Later. Okay, so what did Ray tell me? Ray sent me a message. God dang it. Drop my phone. What he said, I'm going to have to catch a rebound, bro. Right on. So Ray's out there making that money. So oh, that is a damn. All right, you know what? So Louis Bailey telling lies. He's telling lies right now. So let me explain to you guys what actually happened because it's you can't go anywhere, Marsha. It's getting good time. It's story time now. So let me explain this to you guys very quickly. I don't know how it happened. I know when it happened, but I don't know how it happened. So this not last year, this past August, but the one before when Brian Barber had his build off against that other dude in Sturgis. After our full ride that day, Louis said, "Hey, look, let's go have a drink." And I was like, "Cool, let's have a drink." So of course that drink turned into everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. And I didn't get drunk or anything, but then as soon as I started going to Dallas to work on my buddy Corey's road glide that I'm building him, Louis would say, "Hey, let's go have some drinks and stuff." Well, I never get drunk when I go to these things. So after 2 or 3 times of going to Dallas and going to Sturgis, I was like, you know what? I'm finally going to let this fella get me drunk. And God bless him, he got me drunk. I mean, falling down. I don't even remember getting in the vehicle that night. But like I said, I had good friends. Everybody took care of me. Well, this last time that I went, we all go out to eat dinner. And of course, we have drinks. And yes, Louis was buying me drinks at dinner. But then Louis takes me over to, or takes all of us, I should say, not just me, but takes all of us over to, I forget the name of the lounge, the Love something lounge. And there wasn't very many people in there, but they played good music. But they have this drink. Now, for some of y'all might have seen a drink like this, but I've never seen a drink like this. Okay. So it's a shot glass. It's a tall shot glass. So this is my regular old, 12 ounce. So this shot glass had to be about that tall, about the size, almost the height of a Coke can. But this lady was over there pouring the drinks, and she was pouring it real slow. Then she'd grab something else and pour it real slow. The Love Lounge. There. It's called the Bob Marley. You're goddamn straight. Uh-huh. So there's like 3 or 4 different things, but they never mix. Then she sets them all up in front of us, and there's like 8 of us there. And they light them on fire. So not only, I mean, you basically got this right here. You got a drink with a fire on it. Now, I grabbed my drink and I went, and I blew the fire out because I knew that fire was getting the rim of that glass hot. One of the other people with us didn't blow it out, and when she grabbed it, she tilted it, and when it tilted, it dripped, it spilled down the front of her, and that alcohol never went out. So as it ran down her shirt, it was on fire, and it caught her jacket on fire. This girl's like, I'm on fire. And no shit, she was on fire. Well, they put her out, and the rest is history. And that drink was the nastiest drink I've ever had in my life. I'm actually surprised I didn't hurl because of the way it tasted. Some people might like the Bob Marley. The Flaming Bob Marley is what it's actually called. Needless to say, we had a great time. I didn't catch her on fire. She caught herself on fire. So there you go. That's the whole story. Oh, I'm so sorry. Kevin, that's called a blackout. Yes, that was a blackout. Whatever happens. So here's the deal. So that guy that Brian went against is not part of the team. It's old news. It's a year and a half past. But the story is, for those that don't know the whole story behind what happened, was basically they were both late, but the said guy got there before Brian did, but he was late. The moment he got there, I helped him unload his bike, and his handlebar broke. One half of his handlebar broke off at the weld. And so when we were pulling it out, he said, be very careful. We put the bike in the booth. He wrapped it with a bandana. And he was 2 hours late, so he was disqualified. Well, Brian wasn't there either. Brian didn't show up until that night at 3 o'clock in the morning. But we all know Brian had multiple blowouts, sat on the side of the road, but he had his bike. So when they finally got there at 3, but as soon as that said person put their bike in the booth, even though he was 2 hours late, we told him, well, you're both late, but you're here before Brian is, so you're both disqualified. What do you want to do? And I offered him the right then to basically take the trophy, and the show would have been over. He said he did not want to win that way. He wanted to go up against Brian and let the people decide what bike won what. Well, as soon as we got the bike in the booth, after the conversation, him and his girlfriend go into the camp that I secured for them, that Miss Leslie Beaver gave to them for free. Now, mind you, me and my wife had nowhere to stay because we were supposed to be staying with Brian. Well, Brian wasn't there. So it was really messed up for us. But I gave a cabin to this said builder. As soon as that said builder got there, we unloaded his bike. He went straight to that cabin and instantly got on Facebook talking shit about me, telling me this whole thing was rigged, what a piece of crap I am, just that guy. That's why I don't say his name. So anyway, for the whole next 24 hours, he did nothing but sit on Facebook and bash me. Well, of course, a lot of people support Brian. A lot of people supported me. I went live with everything. The proof was in the pudding. He kept talking to other builders, and he kept talking to other builders like they were shit. And ironically, he was talking shit about me to these other builders. And thank God, even the builders that I didn't directly know had my back. And they told the guy, look, dude, you're committing suicide with your ventures right now. So you need to cut your shit. Well, the next day, when the build off happens, he never showed up. Me and my wife took care of his bike. We put his bike up for the night. We took care of this guy. He wouldn't even take care of his own fucking bike. So Brian ends up winning. The guy was never there the whole day. He was supposed to be in the booth talking to people, letting them know about the build. Everybody liked his bike, but he wasn't there to talk to anybody. He was off pouting. He came back to talk to Brian. Halfway through the day, Brian took him behind a trailer. They started chit-chatting. I heard Brian raise his voice. Then Brian comes walking around the trailer, jumps on his bagger, and hauls ass. Apparently, he was really pissed. So it went on so much that it embarrassed me. It embarrassed my show. It made a bad showing at Leslie's bar, the Beaver Bar, and it just made me look unprofessional, made me look bad. And I said, you know what? I will never give that guy any credit for being a part of this show. I'll never say his name. I won't tell you who he is. He will never be on any of the calendars. If I ever get the calendars, he will not be a part of it because I don't care who you are. But there have only been two people since I started this that have ever said this show was rigged. And it's impossible. It is not a possible way for me to rig it and tell you who the winner is. The bad thing is I didn't put all the rules up online, and I basically held everybody responsible for their own actions. So you know what? That's why the 2021 National Build-Off has rules. It has judging criteria. You know who the judges are, because I'll be damned if I have anybody ever tell me my show is rigged. It's not fair. I play favorites. I wear my own t-shirts. I wear my own hats. But if I have builders across the country that are like, hey, dude, will you wear my stuff on your show? Yeah, if you send it to me, I will. Talk, 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 talk to the fans so much you get tired of it, of you're proud to do it. I don't understand what that means. Uh, but anyway, I, I will wear anybody's apparel. You want me to wear your apparel? Mail it to me. I'll wear it because I love hats because I'm bald. I love t-shirts because I've always worn t-shirts. But the majority of the time, I wear my own stuff. But yes, I'm going to support builders. I'm going to support every single builder. I would have supported that guy. But you know what? I won't support him now. So yeah, and see that's the bad thing right there, Paige, was it somebody like you. All right, give it some time. I'm the next Hugh King. Okay. I appreciate that. I do. Uh, I wish he would have showed because Pedro, that could have gotten you out there a little bit faster also and gotten you some more work. But you know what? And that's why I say this new build off that I'm doing, the way that I'm doing it, you're paying money to get into a show. It's a winner take all unless we get 21 or more people. Um, but the reality is there when you enter a show, you're working hard to win that show. That's why I'm doing the documentary on it. That's why I'm doing the show the way that I'm doing it, where you know who the judges are, you know what the judging criteria is going to be before you even start building your bike. You can print them off. They're on the Grind Facebook page. All you got to do is copy paste, put it on your computer, print it off, and you can actually build your bike off of what they're going to do it. You know, so there you go. I mean, that's why I do this. But anyway, I do this because I love this industry. I love the people in the industry, and 99% of the builders, I love them. You know, and I know sometimes there's some strife between builders, but that's cool, man. You can't get along with everybody, but you know what? You can do your best. Anything we can do to help advertise the build off in Daytona. The biggest thing is just basically we're just going to keep doing the lives. I might let somebody, um, I might let somebody go. I might make them an admin while they're there on the grind page, just so they can shoot some live videos on the grind page at Daytona. So I'll reach out to a couple of people. So yeah, there might be some videos and some stuff like that from Daytona. But yeah, the biggest thing, people, is the share button. Sharing these videos. That's what it's really about. Getting out there to everybody you can get it out to, and let them know. So, and Jason asked, how many builders are there so far? So far, people that I've spoken to that said they are definitely going to do it, we're up to about 18 people. So another two people, and we'll be at $50,000 worth of cash prize. So now, am I going to count my chickens before they hatch, or count my eggs before they hatch? No, I'm not going to let anybody know who's in the build off until March 1st, simply because I want to make sure everybody's got their cashier's check or their money order in my hand with a signed copy of the rules. That way I know, hey, we have 30 people. These are your 30 builders for the 2021 build off. There you go. URM is going to try and promote. I don't know what URM is. Oh, is going to try to promote? URM. I'm not used to URM, Jason. It's Urban Rides Magazine. Hell yeah, y'all are going to promote. It's easy. Hey, I heard, and I am trying to confirm it, that Daytona City Council is issuing vendor permits. So it looks like Daytona 2021 is fully on in spite of COVID. Yes, I heard the same exact thing. I heard that they did that, and I've heard it from a couple of other ones too, that the city councils have started issuing permits. So let's keep our fingers crossed, man. Yes, this right here, that right there. Yes, everyone needs to be sharing the build off post, getting Kevin sponsors, and sharing all the show lives. Amen. Yes, that's what we need to be doing, because I need to get those sponsors. Um, I know you did, Daniel. Don't laugh at me. I just looked up and I saw the comment before I read the name. It's all bad on me. They voted 9-1. That's pretty awesome, Jason. Absolutely. It is on. So that's good. So Daytona's on, man, because if they start doing one, they're going to start trying to do them all. You're going to have some of these rallies that are going to back out. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but they're a little more liberal. Rally owners and stuff, and I don't blame them for that. I think it's a free country. If you don't want the revenue, that's totally up to you. Me personally, I want the revenue. I want the shows. I want the vendors. I want everybody to prosper. 2021 needs to kick 2020's ass in a mean way, no matter who our president is. We the people, you know what I'm saying? We the people run this shit, not them. Uh, Yeah, see, it looks like Chris Moose is going to Daytona. I wish I could go to Daytona. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be in Arizona delivering Mr. Corey Portella's bike. This bike is so badass. Oh my God. I get to see it every time I go to Dallas, and Brian is kicking ass on that paint job and doing just so much more than just a paint job. And when y'all see this bike, I'm going to go over it with a fine tooth comb. I'm going to do a live on it. This bike has literally taken me over 4 years to build. I have apologized to the umpteenth million time to Mr. Corey Portella. I even told him, and I'll tell you guys publicly so you can hold me to it, I'm not charging him any labor for doing any of it, simply because I let other things get in front of it, and that's my bad. I did that to him. So it's not his fault. It's my fault. So I'm eating the brunt of it, and I'm not going to turn out a bad product for this guy. Not only is he a lifelong friend of mine from high school, but he entrusted me to build him a badass bike, and I'll be goddamned, I'm going to build him a badass bike with the help of Brian Barber. So there you go. It's going to be hits. So badass. It's not even funny. But anyway, on to other stuff. Um, I would love to bring Louis Bailey on to discuss some stuff, but apparently, I'm just going to say it. I think it's true. I think Louis Bailey uh, is actually opening up a Lucky 7 in Wisconsin. Why not? I mean, it's got such a good name. It's got a great reputation. They build some killer freaking bikes. Um, why not open up another shop if you can get some good people behind you? Uh, hell, fuck yeah, do it. Sorry. Swear jar. I don't have the money, but yeah, I wouldn't. I think it would be badass if he came to Houston, and he could find a good team to put together here in Houston. Because I would do the same thing Brian Barber's doing. I'd moonlight over there all the time. I mean, I'd have to be there to do the seats anyway. Um, so there you go. So Ray, you did the paint on those two bikes, the Softail and the Bagger. There ain't no way you did the paint job on the Softail and the Bagger, Ray. I'm just saying it. But anyway, so hey, he said that's badass. Lucky Seven worldwide, Lucky Seven takeover. I mean, hashtag Lucky Seven. That's all I can say. Hashtag Lucky Seven. Um, but anyway, Ray is not responding to me. But Ray is saying, y'all look at this. Michelle Rowe, I do everything on my bikes myself, start to finish, metal fab and paint. No, you don't. Yes, sir. Right here in my garage. I'll send you a video right now. Don't send me a video. I believe you. I'm one of your biggest goddamn fans. You already know that though, Ray. I mean, I spent what 30, 45 minutes going over the bikes with you in Sturgis. Hell yeah. The more shops here in Wisconsin, the better. I agree, Sawyer. That's the good stuff. See, that's the funny thing is that, you hear all this stuff about shops. You hear, man, this guy did me wrong, this, that, you know, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. The fact that you make a mistake isn't the problem. What the problem is when you make that mistake, how do you handle it? Do you blame someone else? Do you hide? Or do you just get shitty? Because I'll tell you right now, if you do any of those, you don't need to be in business. The guy that stays in business is the guy that, yes, makes a mistake, owns up to the mistake, and fixes the mistake. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn because it's embarrassing. I've had Corey Portella's bike for over 4 years, and I ain't gonna lie to you. In the last month of this build, I've spent well over $1,200-$1,300 out of my pocket that he ain't never gonna know about it, except for the fact I just said it. But the reality is, I'm gonna make a badass bike, build it, do it right, so that this man rides it. He doesn't have an issue. It's the shit's end, is what it is. That's what I do. Not only because he's my friend, but because I'm being responsible for dropping the ball on this bike. Done deal. Anyway, let's move on to something more fun. Absolutely, Corey. You're damn straight. Oh, hey, I need to tell everybody some good news. Some good news. So I know some of y'all heard me say this in the last 6 or 8 months that I needed a bigger trailer. Um, so my brother, the one that just started watching the show here recently, calls me last Friday, says he wants to buy my 16-foot trailer. Uh, and I was like, okay. So I sold my brother my trailer, and a good friend of mine in Dallas, Texas, Mr. Jeremy Fullman, deals in trailers, got me a trailer for about $700 over the price I sold my trailer for. So I am in a 20-foot trailer. It's not brand new out of the box, but it's brand new to me and it's badass. So I'm going to say this right now. If any of you shops, including Lucky 7, including 77 Customs, including Curly's, including everybody, if you got the stickers right there like these cats do, send me the stickers. I will smash them stickers all over the inside of my trailer. I will post them everywhere. I can't do it to the outside unless you're a sponsor of the show. And if you are a sponsor for the show, I need a 2 foot by 2 foot sticker of your company, and you got to pay either the $1,000 or $2,500 to be a sponsor for the show to get that. He said, "Bye, toy holler." I'm sorry, Uncle Bruno. You know as well as I do, I ain't got your money, son. Ah, that's so funny. What's up, Carl? What's going on? Thanks for watching, buddy. Everybody, please push the share button. The share button. We need it. I need to share it. Um, anyway, so man, I want to bring some people on. I really do. But nobody can come on. I don't know why they can't come on. Um, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. Hold on. Where it is, where it is, where it is. That's so funny. There we go. Oh yeah, another thing. Y'all aren't gonna see Brian Barber on here tonight because I'm pretty sure he's probably laid up in bed. He hurt his back. So for what it's worth, man, everybody keep him in your prayers. Hopefully he can get his back right. Uh, I know what it feels like to throw your back out, man. That's extremely painful. Ray, I'm gonna watch the video as soon as the live's over for tonight. We're good. That's my next purchase, so I can start hitting the motorcycle rally circuit. Hell yeah. Uh, well, that's good. Hey, Nancy, if y'all share to the same group, then you're gonna get their attention. Two people sharing. Hell yeah. Um, Bob Loney's Lucky Seven Body Shop building new two-wheeled hot rod myself. So, Carl, why don't you enter the build off? It's $2,500. You're going to be in a documentary. I tried to get Ray on, but Ray said he's at his day job working that overtime. Uh, yeah, get into the build off, Carl. Send me a message. I'll send you all the information, man. Um, but anyway, beyond that, I sent Louis an invitation. He may or may not come on. Who knows? He may be busy driving, doing something, which is totally understandable. I get it. Oh my goodness. Ray sending me videos. He actually paints. That's some crazy stuff. Where's Patrick Cooper? Why is Patrick Cooper not up in the house tonight? I don't see a comment from him. I don't see nothing. See Blomart's in the house. Everybody's here, but where's Patrick? Patrick's probably working. That's probably what he's doing. But anyway, so all I've got to talk about is just the build off. So if you guys want to hear me ramble on about the build off, I can do that. But the reality is I need for you guys to share the videos. Share them. You can even go back and watch the videos off the page and share those videos. It doesn't even have to be just the new ones. You can share any of the grind videos. Here's a little tidbit of information for any of the new fans watching the show. If you go to my personal page, Kevin Sockwell, and go back to videos and go all the way back to January of 2018, you can actually see the first videos that I ever made. You can see the first interviews with Frank Stancato from Death Row in Pittsburgh. You can see the interview with Mr. Aaron Green. You can see interviews of a lot of people that I had when I very first started this in January of 2018. So don't be afraid to go back to my personal page, look through my videos, go all the way back there. You can watch all those videos. Look, Mr. Earl Hopkins is in the house. He's the guy that's actually doing the documentary. Everybody say hello to Mr. Earl Hopkins. This guy also does web hosting. He builds websites. He does e-commerce sites. He does everything. He does drone footage. Y'all reach out to Earl Hopkins. He is actually discounted the documentary services to be a sponsor for the show. So y'all reach out if y'all need any type of social media help, any type of web work, anything like he even does logo design and stuff like that. He's real good with print and magazines, and he's a hell of an artist with a pencil. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's not even making fun of him. The dude's a solid guy. I've known him since he was about 11 or 12 years old. Hit him up. He does all my websites and all my stuff. So y'all go check Mr. Earl Hopkins out. Anyway, so see you in Daytona. I hope so. any of these choppers going to be up for sale after the build? Asking for a friend. That's a good question. So any of the builders, which I know 2 of the builders will definitely have theirs for sale. But Mr. Corey Portella lives in Arizona. He'd like to know, are any of these choppers going to be up for sale after the build? Asking for a friend. Yes, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some that are going to be up for sale after the fact. But anyway, I'm out. Got to organize for Daytona builds. Jesus Christ. Louis Bailey, stop being a wuss. Put your L7 hoodie on and get on the live. We want to hear all about your ventures. Yeah. Logan Black says, my shit is always for sale. Yes. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm excited, people. And y'all do this to me every week. I get excited when I start reading all the comments. I get excited when I start seeing, that there is still huge interest in this. I'm telling y'all, jump on the wagon, man. We're going to be taking off in 2021. I got good feelings about Urban Rides Magazine. I got good feelings about the Grind Biker Build Off show. I know that the 2021 National Build Off is going to be spectacular, especially for it being the first one. Plus, I'm so glad I thought about this right now. Not too much longer. There is going to be, let me just tell you right now, there is going to be new Grind Apparel. We will have t-shirts. On the front, it says the Grind Biker Build Off. On the back, it says shut up and build. Hit me up for pre-orders. Send me a message. But we do have new shirts coming. We have them in large, extra large, and 2X. That's all we have for right now. So men, women, unisex, it doesn't matter. Large, extra large, 2XL. The front of it has the Grind logo, the new Grind logo, and the back of the shirt says shut up and build. So I tell y'all that because it won't be much longer and we're going to be doing this. So there will be apparel coming, just to let you know. As usual, reality, I make all my own t-shirts, so I sell these for $20 a piece, and I can do these in any style shirt, the little V-necks for the women. I can do men's shirts in any size you want. Unfortunately, when you get into the 2X and up, they jump up to $25 a piece. And that's just because I buy my shirts individually one at a time, and I can't help the cost of the shirts. So if you do feel like you might want an American Drag Seat shirt, I've got those for sale also. But anyway, I think between you and me and the fence post, Gary Dubois needs to get him some shirts too. I would wear one. I knew that. And then Squealing Pigs Audio, they have some shirts. I'm just not 100% sure if they have them available right now. I know Urban Rides Magazine had some shirts, but I don't know where they're at. Kevin Sockwell, let's trade some sponsorships. The Grind can be a Banger Audio Sound Series sponsor, and we will be one of the Grinds. I'm down, Sunshine. I am so down. I'm glad you said it before I did. But yes, I'm down. But anyway, people, I'm going to cut this one about 5 minutes short tonight because I actually would like to go in and go to bed at a decent time because, ironically, this little American Drag Seat company has gotten busy again this year, and I've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. I mean, I'm working with some kick-ass builders this year. I guess people started seeing some of the stuff I've done, and they like it. So I've got some really cool seats coming out. Daytona, and then after that. So right now I'm trying to get caught up on some chopper seats because you all know I'm the king of the chopper seats. That's 90% of what I build. But anyway, I'm going to call this one short. Hope my seat is almost done. It is. It's almost done. It really is almost done. But anyway, I appreciate that, Josh. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But anyway, you guys have a killer night. Please do me a favor. Share the videos. Go back and watch some of the original videos on my personal page. Share those videos. Go back to the Grind page and just go find some cool videos you like watching. Share those videos. If you go back all the way to August of 2018, you can actually see my build off, see me building a bike. And that's where in the beginning, when I first met Mr. Brian Barber. So go get those videos, go share those videos. All the videos are they're public, they're shareable. But anyway, you guys, man, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for the support. Thanks for Jason for coming on. Thanks for Corey for coming on. Thank everybody, all of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting this show every week. I appreciate y'all more than you're ever going to know. If you do see me at a rally, please just yank it. Get my attention, take a picture with me. I've started keeping a specific file just for all the grind pictures with everybody. It's got a lot of pictures so far. I'm going to be putting all the pictures together, and eventually I'm going to put a grind photo album together. And if I'm not mistaken, nowadays you can actually let other people add photos to that. So if you're out and about, you got pictures at your shop, like Mr. Gary DuBois got my banner hanging proudly. Michelle Rose got my banner hanging proudly. You want to take some pictures of them in there? All you got to do, take a picture, add it to the grind album. Another thing, if anybody talks to Tim Whitney, Hot Rods and Handlebars, somebody please tell him I need my banner back. I need it autographed and I need it back. The one-on-one biker build-offs are not over. They're just on hold right now. I need those banners back. Please and thank you. Y'all have a blessed night. God